wasn't supposed to happen. I've never seen anything like it in Roblox. It all started when I opened my game. There was a new command, /summon_captain. Even the play button looked different. I joined out of curiosity, and instantly the world felt wrong. Captain was never part of Roblox. He was an Among Us monster, a creature that used to haunt the skies. But now he's here, and something brought him back. So it was 3 in the morning and I was playing Roblox late at night. I was playing the popular game Dead Rails, and it was raining milk. I got on the train and everything seemed normal until my game started glitching and it froze. I looked to my right and I spotted a wing. What is that up in the sky? That is all I could wonder. But little did I know that this was the beginning of something much worse. I continued on my journey, but the weather didn't seem to want to fix itself. It's almost like something was lurking in the skies. Suddenly, the train stopped moving, and I realized that I ran out of fuel, so I was forced to go out in the rain and head to the upcoming town. It was dark and gloomy. The skies were covered in clouds, but then I saw something up ahead, near the town. It appeared to be a wing falling from the sky. Could it be connected to what I saw earlier? At this point, I was really confused. A plane must have crashed up ahead. So I made my way closer to the town. I eliminated a couple of zombies, and I had to make it to this bank so that I could have some money to purchase more fuel. But I also wanted to know whether or not the plane crash was right behind this town. Maybe that could answer what we saw earlier. The rain eventually stopped, but it was still dark, and I noticed that it was becoming nighttime. I was just trapped in this building, had nowhere else to go. But at that very moment, I heard something in the skies. It sounded like an airplane. So did the plane crash? Or did it just lose one of its wings? Somehow I managed to survive the night. There seemed to be nothing in the town. The plane crash must have happened up ahead. I continued and I made it to the next town. I began exploring the surrounding buildings to see if maybe the plane crash was nearby, and if I could find a clue somewhere. There was nothing here, so I decided to leave. But then it was nighttime and there was a full moon. I began looking around in the darkness, hoping to potentially find the plane crash, but I was as speechless when I looked up at the moon. There appeared to be something flying in the sky, but I could only see its outline. What could that be? It seemed like it was flying somewhere. This is most likely the same plane I saw earlier, but I thought it crashed. There is something wrong, and we need to get to the bottom of this. I went down and I collected some werewolves, since they do give money. One started coming after me and I couldn't believe what I saw. Up ahead, I saw the plane once again, and this time I saw the plane drop something, but I couldn't tell what it was. Guys, I think it's time to go check it out. It's not far from here. I knew I couldn't take the train, so I tamed a horse, and I was ready to go find out what was up ahead. Luckily, I had a weapon on me, just in case things get interesting. As I was getting closer, my game started glitching, and at that very moment I stopped and saw something on the floor. It was a wing, and it was white. Could it be the same wing I saw earlier back in the town? I then heard a really weird noise coming from the sky. I looked up ahead and I saw something. It looked like a portal. This portal looked really weird, almost like a black hole, and it was far away. But let's go check it out. I got back on my horse and back on the train, but then my train was stopped by some bandits. This has never happened to me before. My game just froze. The bandits just came up to my train and eliminated me. How is this possible? I got some Robux and I came back to life and I eliminated these bandits. Oh no, they eliminated my horse and it's becoming nighttime. I got back on the train and I was left speechless because up ahead, I saw the shadowy figure in the sky flying, and right next to him was the portal. I couldn't really tell what was happening because it was so dark, and my train was moving, but it was moving really slow, almost like my game didn't want me to go over there. It was just pitch darkness, and I was terrified, but I knew I had to get to the bottom of this mystery and find out who that plane was, and the portal as well. I went by several towns, but there were no signs of a plane anywhere. I managed to make it to the next town, thankfully safe. In this town, there wasn't any planes, but I did find another clue that left me with more questions. I spoke with one of the locals, and this message that he left didn't make sense. He shouldn't be here. Who? Captain. He started glitching. Save us. Wait a minute, Captain? Could this be the same one from Among Us? I knew at that very moment I had to get back on the train. If it is Captain, these players are not safe. I eventually found something that I couldn't believe. There was a laboratory, and right above it, the portal was there. This is the same portal I saw earlier, but what could it be doing here in this laboratory? I went inside to see if maybe there was a way to get on top. There has to be a way to get in the portal. I looked everywhere in the building, but I began hearing the sounds of a plane outside. This has to be the same plane from earlier. There's no way it's not. I looked at the town and there was nothing there. But look at what I found here. It was a strange machine. Maybe this is connected to the portal that was found above the laboratory. I went outside and I took the strange machine with me, but the portal was no longer there. Where did it go? It couldn't have just vanished. So I took the machine anyways, and I pointed it up into the sky where it was facing the sun. I left it there for a couple of minutes, and I did spot the plane flying, and he was flying in front of the sun. Wait a minute, is that plane getting closer? I'm starting to see a face. It was the face of a creature, and it was coming at me. I got rid of that machine, and it was pitch dark. The figure lurked in the town, but he wasn't alone. There was eyes on the portal, eyes that were not there before. Suddenly, my game crashed. We have to make it back. When I came back, I wasn't on the train anymore. All I could see was a message. Captain./Among-Us-Roblox. It looked like a line of code. Something left it behind. I moved forward. My screen flickered again, and something new in the sky appeared. Import successful. Operator Chrono? That's when I knew this wasn't a glitch. Someone brought Captain into Roblox, and I don't think he was supposed to be here. I looked up and I saw him, Captain, soaring through the sky, scanning for players, just like he used to scan for crewmates. But then I heard something else. Distant, broken. Captain didn't come alone. More imposters are here. And if you want to know what happens next, drop a like and check out these other stories.